If you thought African football drama was slowing down in 2020, think again, because Nigerians have officially entered their "we have had enough" era after FIFA appointed a South African referee to officiate their crucial World Cup playoff game against Gabon. The internet? Exploding. Nigerians? Pacing around their living rooms with vex. And honestly, once you hear what people are saying online, you'll understand exactly why they're not taking this news calmly at all.
Fans of the Super Eagles of Nigeria are not happy. In fact, according to multiple reports, there's a little bit of protest. Why are they unhappy? So FIFA have decided to select a South African referee for the World Cup playoffs between Nigeria and Gabon. And now you can understand. You can understand why they are unhappy. This is the big question. Will having a South African referee affect Nigeria's chances of qualifying to the World Cup in 2026? Before I answer that, let me talk about this. Now, first and foremost, I do not agree with that decision by FIFA. I don't like it at all. They should have gotten another referee from another country, especially seeing the history between these two national sides. All right? So I don't want to hear things like, oh, it was because of the referee. It was the referee that made the Super Eagles not win against Gabon. Because you are providing the ground for such excuses by selecting a South African referee to officiate this game. And FIFA, you cannot tell me that you guys do not know that by taking this decision, okay, eyebrows will be raised. You cannot tell me. So this is very intentional. So because of that reason, I don't think this is a great call. They should not have selected a South African referee. But then, will a South African referee affect Nigeria's chances of qualifying to the World Cup in 2026? My answer is no. It doesn't matter the referee you've got there. It doesn't matter. My advice to the Super Eagles is go into that football pitch on that day, play your game, win your match, and move on to the next round. Don't matter the referee that is given to you on that day. If you focus too much on the nationality of the referee and forget that you actually have to play good football on that day, you will not make it to the next round. And this is a FIFA-owned competition. This is a FIFA-organized competition. There is no way that referee will go out of his own way to do whatever he likes. And if he does, you can always protest that decision. This is 2025. Yes, it's the modern era. If you don't like what the referee did or would do in the game, go ahead and protest against it. And that is simple.
According to reports making the rounds, so the match between Nigeria and Gabon, the World Cup qualifier match between Nigeria and Gabon, right? The referee is from South Africa. The assistant referee is from South Africa. And the VR official is from South Africa. Then the referee assessor is from Benin Republic. Now, Benin Republic and South Africa were teams in our group in the World Cup qualifiers. So I don't understand what is the rationale behind selecting South African and Benin Republic referees to officiate a match where Nigeria is going to be playing against Gabon, putting in mind that Nigeria was in the same group with South Africa and Benin Republic in the World Cup qualifiers. CAF, you can do better. CAF, if you can change the referee, change the referee. But if you cannot change the referee, no problem, oh, no wahala. But we don't want a situation whereby the reason why Nigeria will be knocked out of that match is because there's a penalty that was not called, or there was a penalty that was called for Gabon that was not supposed to be a penalty, right? Or there was an offside that was not seen. Because you don't go like the outcry. One thing when Nigerians sabi how to do very well, we sabi how to complain when it comes to football. And we go complain in such a way to say, una go tire for us. We know they tell us that someone change the referee, oh. Keep the referee if you want to keep him. Right? That's South Africa and Benin Republic referee. Keep them. But drag their ear. Tell them. Say they must officiate correctly in that match. You see that match? Make it not be say, now the referee where you choose, now you go make Nigeria no qualify to the next stage. Make it be say Nigeria no play well, Gabon now play us, Gabon beat us. Nobody go complain. But if for any reason it was an officiating drama that made Nigeria get knocked out, una go hear noise. And I know how Nigerians they behave. CAF, you can do better.
So FIFA appointed a South African referee to officiate the Super Eagles player game against Gabon. Make it make sense. When their sport minister recently said, but when was the last time he said that he does not want the Super Eagles to qualify? He said it was clear that he does not want the Super Eagles to qualify. And we know the rivalry between South Africa and Nigeria, normal. It might be social media, okay. And then you now had to pick a referee from South Africa to officiate the Super Eagles game. And most of these decisions on the pitch, sometimes we might think it's supposed to go this way. It mostly boils down to referee's decision. So a referee is important in every game. They're pivotal to every matches. It's not just about the rules. Sometimes it's about referee's decision. What's that his name again? Storm Abongile, South African referee. How? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense in my own book. South Africa to come and officiate Super Eagles Cup. No problem. Either you appoint him who pipe Gabon. Victor Osimhen who pipe Gabon.
Nigerians come and see you. Africans come and see you. The whole world come and see what is happening. CAF Abi FIFA wanted to assign refs for AFCON to play our AFCON qualifiers versus Gabon. They did not see the country. Out of all the plenty countries in the whole Africa, it's South African referees they sought to give us. Batong and Mukwena people. Who we know that some of their top officials have come out and say they don't want to see us make it out, to make it to the World Cup. I'm not saying they'll do anything wrong, but if one small mistake that referee will make, the way that a Nigerian would have reacted to it under normal circumstances will be times 10. Now, if you change the referees, after all our complaints, they will say, oh, they changed the referees for us. Anything the new referees come and do is in Nigerians' favor. You messed up. The referee selection was a massive mess up. Everybody knows this. Ghana and South Africa, these are the two countries that Nigeria has their banter, their beef with. We all know this. It's not a hidden secret. So why will you put this kind of jeopardy like in such a big match? I think the last referee is from Benin. You guys are doing your best for us not to make this World Cup, Abi. We'll make it too. We will make it. I said AFCON qualifiers, sorry. World Cup qualifiers. We will make it. That game against Gabon, we will win. Just make it fair. We want a fair game. Haba. How can you give South Africans a game versus Nigerians? It doesn't make any sense at all. It does not make any sense at all. We know that there are other countries that have their beef in Africa. Imagine they put you guys against each other. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. I just hope we can rise up against this and, do the needful. But Nigerians, I hope people have seen. We are saying it early now. We are saying it early now before the match. So that when it happens, our talking. Nobody will come complain for us.
FIFA have appointed a South African referee to officiate the match between Nigeria and Gabon. I hope this is a joke. FIFA and CAF appoints a South African referee, a South African assistant referee, a South African VAR referee, and they also appointed the first official from Benin Republic to officiate the match between Nigeria and Gabon, the World Cup qualifying match between Nigeria and Gabon. You see, I don't want to complain, but let it be said, right, or let it be known that we are highlighting this matter now. Let it be that the reason why Nigeria will not win that game is because Nigeria did not play well. We don't want to hear that it is as a result of biased officiating. Nigerians, we will complain. We will shake the internet. So they either change the official now or tell that official to officiate that match in a fair way. It's a very important, in fact, that's like the most important match for Nigeria. Any controversy that will affect Nigeria, we will shout. we will drag them. You understand? I don't know why they tried to make this choice in the first place. The other countries, they decided to bring referees from two countries that Nigeria played, or featured in the same group with. Like I said, we will complain. Let it be known now.
What does South Africa have to gain or lose if Nigeria qualifies for the World Cup? The South African sports minister said he doesn't want Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah? And because the CAF president is from South Africa, that there's some sorts of conspiracy there, which is absolutely nonsense, to be honest.
Just play South Africa and Benin. Why are the referees in Benin? We finish on the same point. I will kill Benin. Nobody will kill Benin. Bury their papa.
Because CAF chose South African referees, that means that CAF is compromised.
Is there other people who have a referee? In Africa,
I'm a hugely critical of the NFL.
I don't see how it's odd. I don't see how it's odd.
I think it's odd. I think it's weird. I think it's off.
Because you believe they'll be dodgy.
No, you are the one that is using.
They will make calls against the Super Eagles in that game against Gabon. That's what you're saying. Like I said, what does South Africa have to gain or lose if Nigeria qualifies for the World Cup?
I am very sure by now you have heard the shocking news from CAF, and all South African officiating crew has been assigned for this crucial playoff between Nigeria and Gabon. Right? The officials are: number one, Tom Abongile, the center referee; Makalima Akona Zenith on the VAR, and we have the Siwele Zakele and Tusi Granville as the assistant. And on top of it, right, the referee assessor will be Hughes Allen Njovi from Benin Republic. Now, here is my concern, or here is the concern of Nigerians. If South Africa's own FA, the SAFA, has openly declared the desire that they don't want to see Nigeria in the World Cup just 3 weeks ago or last month, why appoint the referee for these matches? Why? And even Benin Republic, who Nigeria just recently knocked out, doesn't it raise a conflict of interest? CAF and FIFA needs to look into this, because this is not just about football anymore. This is about fairness, credibility, and the spirit of the game. CAF, please, don't kill the spirit of the African football. We are begging you, look into this matter now.
So here's the situation. FIFA announced that the referee for Nigeria versus Gabon will be Tom Abongile. Yes, a South African referee. And immediately Nigerians were like, out of all the countries in the world, not South Africa, you see? Because remember, Nigeria and South Africa already have their long-standing football banter, rivalry, online wars, and that small sprinkle of pettiness that makes African football so entertaining. And now, for a match this important, FIFA said, let's spice things up. Nigerians said, no, we didn't order spice. People online started dropping videos faster than goals at a friendly match. One Nigerian fan said, first of all, I don't agree with this decision. I don't like it at all. And he meant that from the soul. He said FIFA is literally creating room for excuses. If Nigeria loses, even if they lose because they didn't play well, people will immediately scream, it was the referee! That South African referee robbed us! And let's be honest, Nigerians love football, but they also love complaining when it comes to football. It's a national hobby, so you can already imagine the noise. Another guy broke it down like this. Nigeria is in the same World Cup qualifying group as South Africa and Benin Republic. And now the referee is from South Africa, the assistant referee is from South Africa, the VR official is from South Africa, and the referee assessor is from Benin Republic. Nigerians heard that and said, no, something is not adding up. The math is refusing to math. Because how do you bring officials from two countries that Nigeria is literally competing against in the same qualifying campaign? That's like asking your ex's best friend to judge your new relationship. Bias or no bias, suspicion will enter the chat immediately. Some Nigerians even reminded everyone that South Africa's own sports minister recently said he doesn't want to see Nigeria at the World Cup. Now, whether that was sarcasm, frustration, or political spice, Nigerians took that personally. So when FIFA then appoints an entire officiating crew from South Africa, Nigerians were like, you see? You see what we've been saying? Even people who normally stay quiet during football debates were like, no, this one is suspicious. But here's where it gets interesting. While a lot of Nigerians are shouting that this is a bad choice, the majority of the creators also said something very important. They said, will a South African referee stop Nigeria from qualifying? No. They insisted that if the Super Eagles play well, dominate the match, and finish their chances, no referee on earth can stop them. And they are right. In modern football, you can protest unfair officiating, you can file complaints, VR exists, everything is recorded. This is not 1996 where one bad call can destroy your whole tournament without evidence or appeal. If the referee messes up, Nigeria can challenge it. But Nigerians are not worried about huge dramatic cheating. No, they're worried about something more subtle. Those tiny decisions, a small foul here, a penalty call there, an offside, the assistant referee somehow didn't see. Because in football, small moments change everything. A single call could send Nigeria to the World Cup, or send Gabon instead. Nigerians don't want to spend the next 2 years screaming on social media about how one South African referee spoiled their destiny. One fan even said, keep the South African referee if you want. Keep the Benin Republic official. No wahala, but drag their ears. Tell them to officiate correctly. Nigerians are not even asking for favor. They are begging for fairness. Just fairness. Because if there is controversy, the way Nigerians will shout, even FIFA will hear them inside their office in Switzerland. Another creator pointed out something very important. He said that if CAF changes the referee now because of the complaints, people will say Nigeria influenced the decision to get favorable officiating. But if CAF does not change the referee and something controversial happens, all hell will break loose. So basically, CAF has placed themselves in a lose-lose situation. It's like giving a child sweets. If you give them the sweets, they cry. If you don't give them the sweets, they still cry. Either way, you are in trouble. Other Nigerians online said that this whole thing just doesn't make sense from a fairness point of view. Africa is a big continent. There are so many countries with referees. Why pick a country directly involved in Nigeria's group? Especially a country with a football rivalry that gets social media buzzing every single time they play? Even during the last Nigeria versus South Africa match, the comments section turned into a full United Nations debate. So now imagine officiating drama in a playoff match. People are afraid that even a correct decision might be seen as bias simply because of the referee's nationality. But here's the truth Nigerians kept repeating. Despite all the drama, despite all the suspicion, despite all the fear of bias, Nigeria can still win. If they play well, no referee can stop them. If they dominate Gabon, no officiating conspiracy can block their ticket to the World Cup. But if Nigeria plays poorly and blames the referee, people will say they came prepared with excuses from day one. And that's where the educational part comes in. In football, perception matters just as much as reality. Even if a referee is completely fair, if the fans believe he might be biased, tension increases, pressure increases, and every decision becomes controversial. Football is emotional, it's psychological, and because of that, organizations like FIFA and CAF have to be extra careful when appointing officials for high-stakes matches. They have to remove every possible reason for fans to doubt the fairness of the game. Because when trust is lost, chaos begins. So yes, Nigerians are shouting, they are protesting, they are dragging CAF online, they are asking questions. And honestly, all these questions are valid, but at the end of the day, the match will still be played. And the only thing that will truly determine the result is Nigeria's performance on the pitch. If they are focused, disciplined, clinical, and hungry, they will qualify. If they are distracted and emotional, Gabon might shock them. It all comes down to how the Super Eagles respond. So to wrap it up, Nigerians online are not crazy for complaining. They're simply asking for transparency, fairness, and common sense. But even with all that noise, the message remains the same. Play your game, win your match, and let your performance speak louder than any referee's whistle.